Yeah, but what's writing, you know? It's just, what does writing actually mean? Sometimes writing is opening up your laptop, looking at a blank page on a final draft for about 8 hours, and then feeling sad, and then closing it. That's still classified as writing.
That's a comforting thought and everything, but I have a deadline to meet. I've been writing a web series for quite a while, and in 30 days, I meet with a story consultant. In order to have that meeting, I need to provide the screenplays for this series. And all I have are some rough outlines and scribbles in my notebook. I have an entire notebook filled with scribbles. It's all from front to back is scribbles about the show, because I've gone through so many different iterations of it. I need to get it all in screenplay format and send it to the consultant. That way we can actually have our meeting and have a discussion about the next steps in the writing of this story. So I have less than 30 days to get all of this done, and I'm not so sure if I can do it in that time, but I sure as hell am gonna try. So I'm just gonna, this is gonna be me filming over the next 30 days or so. I have outlines for most of the episodes, 5 episodes, 3 episodes are outlined to completion, 2 are halfway outlined, and then I have ideas where the rest of them go, and then the final episode doesn't really have an outline. I have sticky notes on the wall, and I wrote in my journal the main story points, but all of those are really locked in. So I think for the sake of the consulting sessions, it's easier to observe and read and to talk about. I need to turn it all into screenplay format. Now, I am going to give myself some wiggle room. If there are points where I only have the basic summary, and I don't really know exactly how I will just write down in brackets as a script note, this happens in the scene, this is how we move on, this is how it affects your character, move on, next scene. So I will give myself that. Okay, I put on a flannel and a hat, shut up. I ran out of coffee, and so I'm gonna make a tea and get right back to it. I actually really like the back and forth between Alyssa and Joshua. I think that I'm still finding their voice. Anyway, I'm gonna make a tea now because I'm can you tell I haven't had coffee in a very long time? It's affecting me. 1 little cup. I'm gonna make tea. Okay, let's do that. And you're coming with me. Should he say this early? I mean, I think, does he have an admiration or respect for Alyssa? I don't know. I mean, he doesn't think poorly of her, but does he look up to her in a way? What if Calloway tried... Ooh, more lore. Okay, this is interesting. So let me write that on a sticky note real quick. So, okay. So there's a missing link that we see here, which is why they pursue the plot line to episode 3. What? I just wrote the word yawn. He stops his scribbling to cover his yawn. Okay, it is 9:50 in the morning. I have just gotten to my desk for the day. I need to finish these scripts. So, he showed up with Lindsay. I'm taking a break from writing. He's limping a little bit. He's got like a little injury on his paw, but he's excited to go out. He's been pent up and inside the past couple of days I've been working. So we're going for a little swim, a little easy walk, nothing crazy. A little swim and then back out. It's low tide, so he'll have a good time. Rio, hi. Beach day successful. Going back home, going to finish writing a new scene. He's tired out. He's done his exercise for the day. I've done a little bit of exercise for today. And time to go home. Good day. Again, putting some sticky notes, working on a couple of ideas, and there's some more pieces that are coming to mind, and I've kind of given up on scripting it all at once because I have new structural ideas. Not changing structural ideas, just simply adding some structure to a few gaps, and then I'll go into the scripting of it. But I'm gonna give myself more time to do it right instead of rushing something that actually doesn't make sense. So yeah, that's all. Rio is here. He's bored. We went to the beach yesterday and had a good time. He needed to get that exercise in, but today we're not gonna be able to do that. I'll play fetch later. Maybe I'll let him swim in the pool. He likes to get his exercise. He loves to swim. But for now, the rascal is just gonna be getting his rest. All right, back to work. Something dramatically changed, and I think now, with a few of the characters, and it's not going to change a lot of plot, but it's going to change how I approach a lot of the pivotal scenes. So I'm kind of struggling to figure that one out. So gotta figure that one out.
They'll call them systemites, Babylonians, sinners. The cult leader will have taught them that they are the elite, and these outsiders can be, lied to because they're lesser beings, and that they're just restoring to God what's his, because the leader will have claimed that he's more powerful than Jesus, more powerful than Muhammad, more powerful than God. And these people really feel that within that system they're doing right at that time. And the next condition that needs to be present is that it is in a
Why do I feel so blue? I need a meal like you. I need some bitches, some friends, and some jewelry. I'm trying to get like you. Sign me a deal like you. Foreign my whip like you. Give me a gun and pop me a nigga. I'm trying to be lit like you. Flex on the ground like you.
Historically, making films in my career and in my life, I've been a documentary filmmaker. When you're making a documentary film, most of that work is in the edit. You spend maybe 20% of the work coming up with the idea, filming and scheduling. 80% of the work is going to be done cutting the footage together. But with a narrative project like what I'm making right now, you spend the majority of your creative time and effort on the writing of the picture. Was it Hitchcock? I forget who said it. But he said that when I stepped, I'm paraphrasing here. He said, I stepped foot on set on day one and I announced that the picture is done. And all we have to do now is to capture it on the camera. And I've been really thinking about that a lot throughout this entire process. Once I finish writing the scripts, the picture, the series, the show is done. Once I go into production, it maybe takes a year and a half to make. When I'm deep into production, I can't change them. And I can't wait to start bringing it to life and to begin, well, not capturing it on the camera, but capturing that picture on an animation cell. I'm getting incredibly frustrated. With each new day, this project reveals something new. It reveals to me how much bigger this story is than I thought it was. And, better now that I'm having all these epiphanies than, 6 months into production and I recorded all the lines and we're halfway through animation. We'll see if tomorrow is actually the last day in which I work on these outlines. I woke up with a bit of a flu today. I feel terrible. My throat is sore. Today I woke up. This flu is even worse. It's currently 7:30 p.m., 7:30 in the evening. And I've been in bed all day. I just haven't mustered up the energy to get out of bed. I felt really sick today. First session was pretty okay. I finished my outline for the opening scene of episode 3. I just haven't written in screenplay format in a very long time. I've been working on the outline of this iteration for a very long time, and now that I'm putting it down into screenplay format, I'm struggling to find the words. I'm typing quite slowly. For screenplay format, it's taking me an hour-long session to get a scene written. I want to get to the point where I can at least do 2, maybe 2.5 scenes per session. And so I'm just going to, I found the scripts for a couple of shows and I'm just going to read them throughout this next session and just get a little bit of inspiration. It's currently time for break. I got about 1.5 minutes left. And then I'm going to go ahead and start typing up the opening scene of episode 3, the mod. I'm going to censor the title of the episode because that's not something that I'm not ready to share quite yet. So we're going to keep that censored. All right. Finish this session 3, I think. Yeah, I think it's session 3. Very good session. Actually, I think one of the better scenes that I've written so far. 10-minute break, take a little breather, and then yeah, get back to work. It's break time. Session is over. Very good. I had to spend some time to figure out how we transition from a certain part of the story into a new part of the story. Episode 3 relates itself to establishing, or at least exploring more deeply certain characters and certain aspects of the story that are otherwise shrouded in mystery. I'm really excited, and I actually am very happy about the direction that part of the story is going, and I'm really happy about that. So gonna keep plugging away. I'm gonna take a little break, 10 minutes, and yeah, that's all. There it is. Sent it. The email has been sent. Okay, I think I can go to sleep now.